Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today I've picked up an 18-inch 40-volt cordless pole trimmer. Now this is just the tool, and it was kind of on sale for like $209. And this one says it extends up to 8 feet. It's got a pivoting head. It's got a 5/8 cut capacity and dual action blades for reduced vibration. The cutting speed is 3000 SPM, whatever that is. It is 8.2 pounds, and I believe that's without the battery. So let's open this up. Let's see if we can just pull this whole thing out. Okay, it's back in the box. So, you have the unit itself, and it has a blade guard on it. Okay. On the other blade guard, on the other one that I have, they've snipped these corners off so that you could slide this back over the blades. This one isn't snipped, and it's getting stuck on the blades. Anyway, I don't know that I'll keep the blade guard on it. I might. So you got the blade guard, we got the extension bars. This is supposed to be 8 feet. I think it's 8 feet from end to end. Well, it doesn't seem like much, does it? This doesn't extend at all. It's got a safety. Not sure that I like the safety switches. I mean, I'm gonna pull the trigger. I gotta put my hand here to pull the trigger. I don't know how that's any safer. And it's got a twist lock on it, so you want to put it together. Let's open this up. We've got our instructions, advertisements, and we have a strap. Now I wonder if I can use the strap with the weed eater too. This will be interesting. I guess this holds on to this spot right here. You know, hook that over your shoulder. That'd be nice, actually. I think that might be useful. So, let's see. The arrows line up. So there's an arrow here and an arrow here. So you put that on, and then you twist it. Okay. To lock. You lock it all the way. Okay. This is a bit heavy on the end. No surprise, really. And then, once again, I'm going to run out of space here. Line up the arrows. The arrows go together. Okay. All right. Put that on. And just twist this on. Okay, well that's really good. That's quite big. So, and then the harness really isn't going to help you out because this is the heavy parts at the end. So I don't know how the harness is supposed to help you out because the heavy part is over there, not over here. So I don't really know if the harness is going to do anything for you. I don't think so. Well, let's hook it up just to see, just to prove myself right. Okay. So, you would tighten this up. Right now it's loose. Yeah, I don't know what the harness is going to do. Just get in the way, I guess. Here we go. Let's try this out. Let's get the battery, go outside, give it a shot. And the head tilts on this. Alright. I'm stuck in my garage here. There's a button. Press the button in and tilt the head. Okay. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 settings. Yeah. Cool. That'll be handy. So final thoughts on the product. I used this in the video to trim my cedar hedge. Now, cedar hedge is very long. It's about 40 feet long. It's quite tall. In the end, I ended up standing on a scaffold with this just to reach the top. And yeah, it performed really, really well. I have no issues whatsoever with it. The runtime was good. Ryobi stuff, like in my weed eater, pretty much constant use. It will last about, the 2 amp hour battery will last about an hour with the weed eater. So I would say it's probably similar to this, but you know, when you're trimming your hedge, it's kind of heavy and awkward, so you take breaks and stuff, and you're not really timing it. Performance wise, it's very similar in power to electric trimmers. Now I have an electric one, not like a handheld, not a pole hedge trimmer. And then my neighbor next door on the other side of the cedar hedge, he has the steel 4-stroke hedge trimmer. So I would say performance wise, this is very similar to electric. It's very good, performs exceptionally well. I would give the edge to the gas one. It had a little more cutting capacity and a little more power. But when it comes to use, I prefer the battery over the gas stuff. I've used enough gas tools in the past, and I appreciate not having to tune them up, not having to deal with, you know, all the gas issues like gummed up carburetors. Even though I use fuel stabilizer and I try to keep fresh fuel and everything, it's still a pain. With this, you grab it, throw the battery in, and off you go, right? So it's really great that way. And I find with the battery stuff that, say for example, you're cutting your grass and you think, oh, I should really trim this hedge, or I should really trim that bush. You are more likely to come back into your garage, grab this tool, and go out and trim it than you are if you have to haul out an electric cord or mess around with your gas one. Sometimes they can be hard to start, or pain in the butt for whatever reason, right? I just find that this is the easiest and fastest and most convenient. And when you're working on stuff, it makes all the difference in the world to have a tool where you just plug and play and off you go, versus something that's a pain in the butt. If it's a pain in the butt, you're not going to want to deal with it. And you're not going to want to do it. So you get more done, in my opinion, with this type of product. And that is worth the extra money. Now, speaking about money, let's break down some money stuff for you. So your best bang for your buck is obviously a plug-in electric. So this is the pole hedge trimmer. If you get this in an electric version, you can get one of these for $100. So it's a good deal. Now, if you have 18 volt products, like I've got a bunch of 18 volt stuff, I also have the 18 volt handheld hedge trimmer, and it doesn't have the same capacity. It's not as strong as the electric. It's not nearly as strong as the 40 volt either. So it doesn't have the same cutting capacity. It doesn't have the same speed. So it takes longer to do the job. But portability is great. So if you don't have big cedar hedges like I've got, if you have smaller stuff, 18 volts probably all you need. And I like the 18 volt stuff, but comparatively, if you look at the price, 18 volt hedge trimmer, pole hedge trimmer with a battery, Ryobi, is $319. So that's quite a big jump from the plug-in electric. And then if you want to get an extra battery, you want to upgrade your battery from 2 amp hours to 4 amp hours, that battery is $100. So you're looking at $419, which is quite a bit of money for something like this, right? Now, to step up to the 40 volt version, your cost with this, with just the 2 amp hour battery, is $328. So it's $9 more than the 18, which is ridiculous. I think that, you know, the 18 volt should be significantly cheaper than the 40, but it's not. The extra price though is in the battery. So if you want to get the 4 amp hour 40 volt battery, it's $218, which is $118 more than the 18 volt battery. So you jump up to your total cost with this and a secondary battery, more capacity secondary battery, 4 amp hour, is $546. And then the gas one, if you were to buy a gas one, a 2-stroke gas will run you $400 minimum. And they can go anywhere, the gas versions, like the 2-stroke to the 4-stroke, you can go up to $1,000 for one of these. So it all depends on what you're doing. If you are in a landscaping business, I would probably shy away from the battery powered stuff and I would just go gas. For the average homeowner, with this type of tool, I would definitely say battery all day long, just because of what I said earlier, right? But if you're running a business, I would stay clear of the batteries because you need the power, you need the speed, you need the portability. You don't have a chance to plug in batteries, and then buying all the extra batteries that you would need for the day would cost you a fortune. So that's it. That's my breakdown. So if you don't have any money, plug in electric. If you have 18 volts and small hedges, 18 volt Ryobi's great. 40 volt, if you've got other 40 volt tools, this is an amazing tool. I really like it. I'm going to get years of hard use out of this, I hope. And then once again, for the pro, go gas. All right. Anyway, that's it. That's my review. That's my ideas on the various levels, the products that are available. And I hope that I've given you information that you needed. I hope that you found this video useful. If you're into content like this, I have other reviews of products on my channel and lots of DIY stuff, that kind of thing. So if you're into that, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.